Call of Duty Mobile has rolled out DMZ Recon, an extraction-based PvPvE mode that changes how the game is played at its core. This isn't traditional multiplayer, and it's nothing like Battle Royale either. DMZ Recon has its own rules, its own systems, and its own learning curve. And if you jump in without understanding them, you're gonna lose your gear fast. So in this video, Call of Duty Mobile invited me to break down everything you need to know step by step to go from beginner to pro in DMZ Recon. To make this easy to follow, the guide is split into clear sections starting before the match even begins. Huge thanks to Call of Duty Mobile for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you guys use the link in the description below to hop into DMZ Recon today. Before you ever deploy into a match, DMZ Recon already feels different. The menus, progression systems, and preparation screens are unique to this mode, and understanding them early will save you a lot of frustration later on. Let's start with the talents. Talents act as your class system in DMZ Recon, and you choose them before you load into the match. Each talent comes with an active ability and several passive perks that affect how your operator performs, from effectiveness to survivability. By playing matches and extracting successfully, you earn skill points that can be used to upgrade these abilities over time. So in simple terms, the more you play and the better you survive, the stronger your player will become. Choosing a talent that fits your playstyle early on can make the entire mode feel much easier. Next up is the warehouse. This is where everything you successfully extract with is stored. Weapons, armor, backpacks, and valuable items all end up here after a successful run. When you're just starting out, this space will look empty, and that's expected. As you survive more raids, your warehouse will slowly fill with better gear and higher value items. Think of the warehouse as kind of like your long-term progress tracker. If it's stored here, you earned it by making it out alive. You can sell all your items to get extremely rich, which leads us to our next section, the black market and shops. And once you start bringing money back from raids, you'll be spending it in the black market. The black market is split into multiple specialized vendors, including the Kurahana shop, where you can buy everything from weapons to armor and consumables. This is how extracted loot turns into stronger future loadouts, and how experienced players consistently improve their odds in each run. Because the better gear and armor that you go in with, the higher your survivability chances. After learning the menus, it's time to prepare for deployment. Selecting pre-battle takes you to your loadout screen, where you decide exactly what gear you're bringing and risking in the match. From here, you can adjust your weapons and equipment, repair damaged items, and purchase anything you're missing. This screen matters more than most new players realize, because bad choices here can end a run early, while smart preparation makes survival much more likely. And once you're ready, it's time to deploy. And now you may be asking yourself, what's the actual objective in DMZ Recon? It's simple. Get rich and get out. You enter the map, gather as much valuable loot as you can, and extract before losing it all. And that may sound pretty straightforward, but the map is full of things trying to stop you. The most unpredictable danger comes from other players. You're never alone in DMZ Recon. Every other player is chasing the same goal as you, which is profit. To them, you're not just an enemy, you're loot waiting to be taken. PvP encounters can happen anywhere, but they're especially common around valuable areas and extraction points, which you can see marked on the map, and some of them are even outlined in red and yellow. In addition to players, DMZ Recon is packed with AI enemies guarding key locations. And there's a few different types, so it's good to know them all. First, you got your standard enemies. These are the most common soldiers you'll run into. They aren't too threatening individually, but when they swarm or catch you off guard, they can overwhelm you quickly. Then you have your elite units. These include heavily armored enemies, shielded units, and mechanical threats like Wilson. They require more ammo, better positioning, and patience. If you rush them unprepared, they'll drain your supplies fast. One example is Kai G, a fast, deadly swordsman found on the Kurahana ship on Serpent Island. His abilities allow him to block incoming damage and close distance quickly. And you gotta be careful, because this boss will one-tap you if you let him get close. No, I'm dying. Ah! The boss just straight executed me, bro. Unless you're properly equipped, avoiding bosses is often the smarter decision. Now, assuming you're staying alive, how do you actually make money? Loot can be found all over the map in searchable containers and objects. Items range from low-value filler to extremely rare high-tier valuables. You can search anything, but if you want better odds at high-value loot, safes should be your priority. If you open the map, you'll see safes marked all over Serpent Island, and the ones with the crown on top have the most valuable items. Safes must be opened using combinations or lockpicking, but they often reward you with some of the most valuable items in the match. And to protect those items, you'll want to utilize your safe box. This piece of gear allows you certain inventory slots to be secured, meaning anything placed inside won't be lost if you die. For aggressive players, this single item completely changes how risky you're willing to play. If you found something really good and you shove it in the safe container, you don't have to worry if you die, it's going back to the lobby with you. Also, there's an alternative method of income. Looting isn't the only way to earn money in DMZ Recon. Contracts appear on the map as green walkie-talkie icons and provide structure objectives with guaranteed rewards. Before accepting one, you'll see the type of mission, where it takes place, and the payout. These are great for consistent income, especially if you want to avoid heavily contested loot zones. And they range anywhere from super easy ones to do, like simply just uploading a hard drive to a computer, and then there's some harder ones that place a bounty on an enemy team and you have to go eliminate them to get the rewards. So depending on how you want to play, you get to pick which contracts fit your playstyle. Eventually, your inventory will be full, and that's when it's time to extract. Extraction points are these little blue guys marked on the map, and they come in many different forms, but they serve one purpose, trying to get you out safely. On Serpent Island, extraction often involves calling in a helicopter. While you're waiting, you'll need to keep an eye on the match timer and environmental dangers. When you pop the extraction flare, AI will spawn, and it also tells all the real players in the area that you're trying to leave. As time runs out, radiation spreads across the map, so staying too long without protection can end your run instantly. So once the helicopter arrives, hop on it so you can fly off back to safety. There's also a rank system in DMZ, so extracting safely doesn't just save your loot. It also earns you rewards and contributes to DMZ Recon's rank system, which has its own progression and leaderboards. Rank points are earned through various actions, but if you want to climb consistently, remember one key rule. Living is more important than greed. Safe extractions will always beat risky deaths. And that's the core foundation of DMZ Recon. There's much more depth to this mode with advanced strategies, efficient routes, and high-risk decisions, but that comes with experience. For now, jump in, learn the flow, and start building your stash. Good luck out there, and if you see me, just know, I will shoot back. Good luck on your DMZ Recon matches.